Hey folks, I'm Sir Vainglory, and welcome to part 14 of my playthrough as the Chief of Marmaros, or actually what we are now High Chief of Uzhhorod, in Crusader Kings II. So as usual, there's a few wars going on. High Chief Krovat the Brute of Temesh down here, he has started a subjugation war against our liege, and there's a couple of holy wars going on. Holy war for Salzburg and another one for Bavaria. Our king is the King of Pannonia, which spreads out a fair bit. And I'm thinking I might come and help out in this war down here. So let's... I'm a part of the war, I must be, yeah. And I'm also a commander in his army already. And... what am I? Liege Council. So I'm the steward, which is a bit strange. Much better be his spy master. Anyway, let's get on with this. And... you sit huddled up together by the fire, the air thick with tension, the skies outside are dark with heavy clouds, and Perrin's presence is as tangible as the rain smattering on the roof. Suddenly, the room is lit by a bright flash, and a near-deafening crack cuts through the silence. Your son Vladimir III breaks into tears. 25% chance of brave. Hmm. 25% chance of wrath. I think we'll go for fear not, for the God of Thunder is our protector. See how we got on with that. And let's raise up our troops. We'll slow down a bit. Reduce the chance of errors. Many years of my life have been spent dedicated to the Cold Ones, performing missions and tasks in the interests of the Order and its Veddan. Today, all that effort has been rewarded. As I have become the new Veddan, my fellows now look to me for leadership and guidance. Whoa. So, absorb life force enables right-clicking on portraits of my children, attempt to steal their life force in exchange for dark power. And unholy impregnation. Okay. So that doesn't reduce our health. These things here do. We might not last too much longer if we're under suspicion. Magical corruption and a known murderer. A lot of reasons not to be happy with me. My kids... not particularly great, are they? Let's try out this absorbing life force, see how it goes. As the ritual comes to a close, your son Valentin finally dies, and you feel the first small trickle of their life force join with your own. All that remains is to consume his organs to absorb the full potential. 33% chance of health plus 1, or health 2, or health plus 3. Stolen health plus 1, okay. My son disappeared without a trace. Okay. Finally he is here. Oh yes, this is the child of Chernobog. Finally he is here. Irina went into labour last night, and early this morning little Karol was born. He seems strong and healthy, even though only time can reveal what powers his Lekho blood has granted him. I anticipate great things to come. I get 1,000 to dark power. It's not too bad, is it? Okay. Focus on struggle. And assign Guardian me. Okay. So let's get this army on the move. Let's go and reclaim some of this territory to start with. Dear brother-in-law, may you live in harmony and contentment, etc., etc. Honour your obligation and answer the call to arms against Kagan Samsam of Khazaria. Okay. So that's a fourth war. My liege is an absolute warmonger. Wonder what benefits we could get from that. Ah, some techs available. Well, let's go for light infantry. Who's in command of this show? Nobody. Do I have no commanders? I guess I don't. Okay, well, you could be a commander, and you, because you don't like me. Administrator, you've got to be one. I think I'll leave it at that for now. And a siege leader would have been fantastic. Never mind, we'll put you in charge, since you really don't like me. Cool. That's a big army. Some days I think I'm going insane. It is probably all in my head, but sometimes I notice people staring at me. I'm getting stressed. Let's summon a familiar. Well, hang on. No, we're under suspicion because we're using our power too freely already. And we've got a raven. So we'll wait for the moment. Let suspicion die down a bit. You've improved significantly. Cavalry leader, excellent. You're heading in there. We'll keep an eye on that. And I think I'm actually going to just move in here right now, just in case they're on their way. No, they're heading on to... what? Where? Game error. Yeah, you're going for the capital. I think... okay. The Khazarian War for Severia has ended. You lost. Whoa. No wonder you're titled the Despoiler. Well, that's that off the agenda anyway. I'm just going to siege this down. Only the one region anyway, and then we're going to head into Tevez and see if I can't get some captives out of that. Mind you, this war might well finish soon. Where's my liege? What's he up? Now he's maybe actually concentrating on one of the other wars. Looks like he might be dealing with this. What's the word? Religious war, that's what I was thinking about. No! Where did these guys come from? Okay. So, 435 light infantry, 471 heavy infantry. You give us what? Nothing. So you can stay in charge then. But I'm going to lose this army. So what's happening? Shield wall tactic. Ah. We've routed that flank, but they still outnumber us heavily. And they've routed my left flank and the centre. Okay, there we go. Run away! And they even get there before me. You need a focus. Let's go for stewardship, I think. Okay. Run up here then. Run up to well. You are heading for here, so that's fine. You go up to Marmaros. I should maybe have focused my forces in actually aiding my liege rather than striking down here on my own, but I did think, because the war score was up so high, that this was his focus. But anyway, we'll go in there and restore a bit of pride. Great. And yeah, so you're focusing on this war. So let's send the troops up. Let's not until we see what this army's doing. Stay in there, that's okay, I think. It's not costing me too much per month. Oh, now you're coming down. You try and get in there first. No, you're not going to get in there first. I should have stopped there and reclaimed the capital. A woman accused of witchcraft in Bereg has been dragged before your court. And geez, nobody in particular. $50 cultural technology points would be good. Let's let her off with that. She wasn't doing any harm. He's a new spy master. And I don't have anybody worthwhile. So I guess it's time to go looking. Diplomatic range, willing to join court, and adult. I guess we don't have much of an option then. Let's invite you to court. How about marshals? No, again, we're not high enough standing to attract any better candidates, so we'll just go with what we have. You coming to court? Great. Point counsellor, spy master, go. And let's head in here. I just want to do a bit of sieging and capturing of people so that I can make some money. And we have tech available now. We will go for legalism, I think. You could also get improved keeps, but that's increasing on its own. We'll just let that go by itself. My reputation as a devout follower of Perun has spread across the lands. Many great and seasoned warriors have since travelled to Marmaros to pledge their allegiance to your cause. Levy size goes up by 25%. And now, how many men can I raise in here or anywhere? None. Haha. Okay, they get crossing penalty. We get a mountains bonus, so you stay attached, please. You're going to have to be the commander for what it's worth. I don't suppose there are any other commanders available now. Nobody really worthwhile, I don't think. Can I promote one? Where are we? Here. Promote commander costs 4 gold. Let's try it anyway. I would have preferred better, but I'll make a commander. And you don't do really very much better. You can go in there. My martial skill is poor, so we're staying out of it. Ah, it's fine. What was I worried about? Good. And we'll just stay where we are. Continue this siege. We're not sieging down, it's Temesh we need to be in. There was an army crossed over from Behar earlier, but that must just have been its movement path. Complete our training grounds in Marmaros. Other holdings. A war camp. I think I want to get the war camp built here. May as well use up some of this prestige, and this one was already quite well developed by the time we took possession of it, but we'll go for the war camp there as well. I think a bigger army is going to become more and more essential. No, we've lost. Ah, well, I guess my days as a military commander never were. Keep going, head home, standing down, stop wasting my men. I think in future I'd definitely just follow him about if I decide to help him out in his wars. So rather than make money, I've lost about 9 ducats. And we have no prisoners to show for it. Yes, win another war. Don't want to worship the ancestors. What age am I? 44. $50 prestige. Can raise 461 men there. 303 there. You're in the 19th, you're in the 25th. You're 1st of March now. Right, okay, that didn't work out as I'd wanted it to, so we'll raise a local men, then you get in and help out, and that should be an end to it. Plus we were supported by somebody there. And we've got a siege leader, fantastic. So finish them off, and then we'll stand down again. To the raffish poet Vladimir. Call to arms, Duchess Enrica of Alemania. Let's accept. So I guess we need to head over in that direction. If I raise my men, that is. Can raise 1,000. It's probably not really worth it. I don't know if we'll be able to siege down any territories with 1,000 men at this point. Let's get the levies raised anyway though, because I don't like the fact that these guys are heading into my territory. Where did that 5,000 come from? Oh well, stack wipe. They seem to be intent on killing me. My son has come of age and it's a bit rubbish. Amateurish plotter. Oh well. How about marriage? Well, let's go back to the old eugenics. Yep. Arranged betrothal, that'll do. We have an unmarried heir. Yes, I know. I need an ambition now. Make a friend. Create a treasury. One stewardship. Prestige. It's going to be a long time. Let's try and make a friend. We'll switch our rulership focus to carousing. Okay. So let's maybe just search the realm. Yep. Nobody likes me hugely. And nobody's worth inviting to court really either. Let's invite him to court. And then see what we can do from there. My courtier and fellow sister in winter, Irina, and I had been discussing a small devotion when she suddenly stood up, stretched and said, "I'm in the mood for mayhem." Yeah, let's bring our favourite thumbscrew. You have arrived. How about arrange a marriage? She wants to get married. Let's do that. Okay, wearing nondescript common clothes, Irina and I are slowly making our way to town in amicable silence. As we pass by a neatly kept garden in front of a cosy-looking house, I am suddenly overcome with hatred and revulsion. This family is clearly favoured by Svarog. Let's do Chernobog's work, that's why we're here. I think this time I'm going to burn it all rather than draw too much attention. And I've made a friend. Who's my friend? Okay, I can forget all about trying to influence you then. New ambition required. Let's just select become exalted among men and see if we can survive long enough to see that happen. But it's not going to happen, is it? Because I keep spending my prestige on improvements. Ah well. Okay, well I think I'm going to put a break in here. And we'll pick this up again next time out. So for now, thanks for watching. Please leave me a comment and rate the video. And subscribe to the channel if you enjoy the content. And hope to see you again next time. Cheers.